So I got a quick question for you guys. Do you think everyone should have the right to vote? Personally, I don't think so. And my reason is not that, if you're a sovereign individual, if you're an adult, you should have the right to vote. That's what most people think. But I think we have a big problem with low IQ voting. And I'm not saying you have to be a politician or a scholar and to know everything about politics before you get to vote. But there are people out there who just, you ask them who they're voting for and they say for so and so. Well, how come? Well, I don't know. Just cuz. Yeah, that whole just cuz probably is what caused 8 years of Justin Trudeau. I don't believe that high IQ voters vote for him, especially maybe in 2015 and 2019, but 2021, high IQ voters? No way. How could you be? Maybe some of them, just because I disagree with them doesn't mean they're low IQ, but it's getting a bit ridiculous how you are just, well, if you're an adult and you don't know anything, you're just allowed to automatically vote. Now, I also want to make something very, very clear. I am not saying we should segregate voting by gender, race, sexual orientation. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you have to know a little bit about what you're talking about before you should be able to cast a vote. These elections, especially now, are getting too important because essentially, with these policies that are being put in place, we're either going to be screwed financially or we're going to be given an opportunity to create a better life for ourselves financially. A government is never going to come in and fix all your problems like a lot of liberals and socialists want. That's why they want big government. They want daddy. They want this. Oh, I have a problem. Here's money. I can't get food. Here's food. Which I do think there should be social services. But the thing is that when the liberals are in power, they do focus on that, but they also force more people into food banks, for example. They force more people onto welfare. These taxes that they imply are ridiculous, and a lot of people, some people leave. Right? Like, I mean, if I had the money, if I had an online business that made a lot of money, I would. There's no way I'd be living in Canada right now. So they drive out a lot of the money, the people who pay the most taxes, because their taxes are so high, we don't see receipts and we don't see results. Now, these voters who are causing this are again, voting for Trudeau in 2015 and 2019, I get it. 2021, you don't get a pass. And in fact, there's still, to this day, 25% of people, roughly, somewhere between 20 and 25% of people, are willing to vote for Justin Trudeau again. 1 in 4 people are willing to vote for a tyrant, communist wannabe. That's low IQ. There's no way, you have no reason to support him or anyone from his cabinet in that party because they're disgusting. Clearly. And if you need proof, just go on YouTube. There's a video of them applauding a Nazi after saying that, oh, everyone else is racist, not us. Justin Trudeau keeps talking about, oh, these right-wing populists, they're MAGA Republicans. It's like, what are you talking about, stupid? We're Canadian. We're not MAGA Republicans. We don't have Republicans in this country. You can say there's a difference between our far-right conservatives and MAGA Republicans, but to call them that, you're just talking shit about people in your country. And this isn't the first time you've done it. And if you want to see how evil liberals can be, just see what they did during the pandemic. A lot of people turned their back on them, never to return. A lot of people are upset about the housing crisis. Low IQ voting caused all this. So how do you stop it? Well, it wouldn't be that hard to put out a basic politic IQ test before you vote. You put it online, you got to score a certain amount. It's open book. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to already know the things. You just have to be willing to learn. So if you don't know something, you can look it up. You can then fill out the questionnaire as you should, properly with the right answers. And if you pass, you get to vote. Doesn't matter if you're liberal. Doesn't matter if you're an NDP or conservative, Green, PPC, Bloc. It doesn't matter. You just have to understand a few things about politics. And that's for debate, what questions do you want to ask. But we should be doing something. Or maybe, some sort of quiz or test isn't even the right answer. Definitely let me know in the comment section what you think. Is that the right answer? Do you think there's another way we can kind of wean out low IQ voting? There's a pretty famous YouTuber named Pearl Gonzalez, or not Pearl Gonzalez, sorry, Pearl Davis, who, she's making this big point that, women shouldn't vote. I think that's ridiculous because, trust me when I say this, there's a lot of dumbass men out there who also get to vote. Why would they get to vote and yet a woman who knows something about politics doesn't? That's stupid. I know she's this whole, she does a lot of men's self-help or men's rights, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if she's like a men's rights activist, but she talks about a lot of male issues, which I appreciate. Roma does the same thing, although she's more of a men's rights activist, and I appreciate those things. But to say something like, women shouldn't vote, that's weird. Because of course, some women should vote. If they're idiots, they shouldn't, just like the men. If you have the brain or the IQ of a child, then you don't get to vote like a child. That's my premise to this whole thing. So again, let me know in the comment sections what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you have an even better way to wean out this low IQ voting? Because something definitely needs to change, guys.